So let's talk about the fastest way to make money with content creation. Now, a lot of people get into content creation, and the major problem is that they come into content creation because they want quick cash. And the truth about content creation is that you are going to get it. But before you get it, you need to pay the price. Now, what I'm going to share with you is realistically how you can pay the price, what to expect from the cost of paying the price, and also what you should really focus on. So in 2026, there's a lot of platforms where you can create content. LinkedIn is one of them that for some reason a lot of people are sleeping on it, but I'm trying to really divert into LinkedIn this year. We also have YouTube, my personal favorite. We have TikTok, Instagram, X, Thread, Pinterest, Quora. These are lots of platforms you can build. Even Rumble. These are lots of platforms, social media platforms, content platforms that you can build an audience in. You can start content creation, and most of them actually pay you in ad revenue. But then, what is the best way if I'm to start again? What is the best platform to start content creation? Now, I'm just going to be straight up with you. So in the next 5 minutes, you should be able to get the entire idea of this video. So when it comes to content creation, there are some factors you need to consider when choosing what platform you want to actually focus on. And the first thing you need to actually get is easy. Now, there is no platform that is easy, but there are some platforms that makes it easy the more you upload content in that platform. There are some platforms that it looks like you are still a 1K account, even though you have 100K subscribers. There are some social media like that. There are some social media that do not promote your content to your audience. If so, you've gathered audience over the years, so now maybe like you have like 10K followers. There are some social media platforms that will not promote when you create a video, they won't promote it to this 10K sub. Instead, they will rectify your content and treat it as a new content. And so if you do not create a perfect content, you are not going to get views. So that's a disadvantage because we've already built an audience. We are supposed to have a starting point. So these are some of the things you need to consider. So the first thing is easy. And what I've just explained to you about easy, it's not like there's any platform that is super easy. It is just that there are some platforms that as you grow, as you get more subscribers, as you get more views, it becomes easier and easier to get more views and to grow easily on that platform. So the next one, which a lot of people need to think, trust. Platforms that are easier to build trust. Now, this is a big issue because the truth about it is that for you to be able to build trust, you have to create long-form content. So already it is self-explanatory because platforms like YouTube allows you to create long videos. The longer the videos, the longer people can spend with you watching your content, the better for you. So trust is important. Now, these two is what we are going to talk about mostly. The other ones are just really not important. Things like ad revenue, platforms that pays you ad, and also things like easy to create content. So easy to create content. Obviously, if you're on X, it's easy to create content. You are just simply sharing your thoughts and your ideas. But if you are into video creation, except you are making videos like this, which this is my personal channel, I just make videos based on my experience. So I do not do a lot of scripting. I do not do a lot of research. I just make videos that I think is valuable. And that is the reason you see most of my views tanking, because it's just me pouring out, no special care. So for a lot of you that want to go into content creation, you want to put in some little effort. Now, this is not me saying the content I create is not much effortless, but the style of presentation matters with content creation if you want to really grow. You get? So the way I'm doing this content is because I feel like the right people are just going to find me. And I'm ready to spend 5 years, 10 years doing this to get my ideal audience. But for most of you, you want to get quick cash. So you need to pay the price quickly. So this content is going to show you how to pay the price quickly. So when it comes to content creation, the first thing I want you to think about is 1 year, 365 days. So if you are not ready to commit to 1 year, Just leave content creation alone. I've had students that started content creation, especially on YouTube and TikTok, and after 1 month, they quit. Then, after 1 year, they saw that the content that they created that 1 month started getting views, 50K views, 100K views, 200K views. And then the question now becomes, assuming I actually remain consistent for 1 year, how many of those content would have gotten millions of views? You see the point? But at the time when they quit, that video was actually doing like, let's say, maybe around 23 views. But then after, and that was like maybe day 2. So day 2, you are seeing this. But then when you are on to like day 158, that same video is now doing 1.5 million views. Now, if you create more content at this point, you're still going to get low views because now the algorithm has even forgotten about your page. So if you're not ready to commit this amount of time into content creation, just leave the game. Now, because at the very beginning, you are going to get 0 views, you are going to get low views, you are going to get no views. So be ready to commit 365 days into your content creation journey. That's the first thing. So once you have made up your mind that despite or regardless of the stress, the views, regardless of the obstacles, hindrances that comes on your way, you have committed to creating content 365 days. Then the next step is for you to choose a platform. The choice of your platform matters a lot. Choice of platform. Now I'm going to be really straight up for you. So I'm just going to list platforms that can easily build your trust. YouTube is the number 1 platform that you can easily build trust. You're watching me, you are seeing my face. You've actually seen my company. For those of you that are new here, you can check out Courselly. I am the sole founder of Courselly.com. Courselly.com. You can check it out. Link is also in the description. I am the sole founder of Courselly, like the only founder of Courselly. And we are really doing well. And the reason I'm able to get to this stage, because I think this year we are going to be creating our second and third company. Hopefully the next company should be coming in by, I don't know when I'm uploading this video, but by March, April, we should get my second company. But then in that company, I'm a co-founder. I'm no longer really going to own any company individually because this took a lot of me. And so 2 companies, I have founders already, co-founders that I think the third one we are like 3 co-founders, and the second one is like 2 co-founders. And we are working on much more other ideas. Now, when I started content creation, I started on YouTube, and I discovered quickly that it's the best platform. In fact, for some reason, I did not want to create content on TikTok, on X, on any platform any longer. Like even up to date, it's stressful creating on another platform because I know it is much more difficult for me to make sales on those platforms because of trust and because of the kind of niche that I'm in. Because there are some niches that it is very, very much preferable you start your content creation on TikTok. Let me give you an example. Entertainment content, just stick to TikTok first, build your audience, and then you come to YouTube. But if you are into educational content, value-based content, you are into selling your product, your services, your digital courses or company or softwares, YouTube. So YouTube is easier to build trust because of long form videos. Yes, so I'm not talking about YouTube shorts, I'm talking about full videos. So you can create long videos, you can even create podcasts. Now, the next platform I would advise is also going to be TikTok and IG. So any short form platform, but the best will be TikTok. TikTok is easy to grow. You can get lots of views easily. Then you can now channel it to your YouTube. Like I said, for entertainment people, this is a good one. So in 2026, I do not really see a need why someone wants to start content creation and you're starting with writing, like X Thread. I think those platforms, it's very difficult. I'll be straightforward with you. It's very difficult for you to make any progressive sales, progressive growth on X. Now, there are people making millions on X. Don't get me wrong. I don't try to be like, I can argue that point. That's not the point. The truth is that if you are starting X in 2026 from 0, I can bet in 365 days you will not get 1K followers. A lot of you. Like 1K targeted followers, I don't think you can do that, especially when you're a beginner, because the learning curve on X is much more harder. But for TikTok and YouTube, you can learn TikTok today and make a video that gets 100K tomorrow. YouTube is also the same thing. The more you are on YouTube and you give yourself to learning, the more you can easily make videos that would eventually get views. Like you can start on YouTube this month, and in the next 3 months, you see a 1K video, you'll see a 2K. As you move on, you learn on the game. So these two platforms, video platforms, the reason I love it is because apart from the trust that they build, the easy to grow, because these two platforms gives you opportunity to do that. I'm going to explain this into all of these platforms a little bit from now. But then these two platforms allow you to learn on the game. So your content gives you enough feedback. They have enough analytics in the analytics section to show you what content is working, what you need to double down on, and what you need to actually erase from your content. Unlike a lot of other platforms. So I'm just going to focus on YouTube or TikTok. If I'm starting in 2026 myself, I'm going to focus on one long form, one short form, TikTok and YouTube. IG, I'm really going to actually skip that for now, but it's a good platform. You can just repurpose your TikTok content on IG for the time being. But focused on the platform per se, I wouldn't really do that. So YouTube and TikTok. Now let's move on to all of these. Now YouTube is easy to grow. The more you get subscribers on YouTube, there's something on YouTube called view ceiling. Let me explain that quickly for you. So on YouTube, you start creating content, you may start getting 2 views, and all of a sudden you see 10 views. And by the time you have 10 views, like 2, maybe you go back to 210, you observe that your overall view will start increasing and you start getting 5 views, 5 views, 5 views. All of a sudden you see 30. All of a sudden you see 1K. So over time, you see that your view ceiling will now be 400 views, 400 views, 400 views. It doesn't mean it has to be 400. It can be 400, 398, 362, 450. And all of a sudden, you see 10K. Over time, you see that your view ceiling will be like 10K, 9K, 7K, 13K. So the more you create content on YouTube, the more your view ceiling actually increase. Is the reason I say easy. Do you know what easy means? It means it's a platform that gives you the opportunity to get more views as you grow. So as you get more subscribers on YouTube, your view ceiling increases. You get more views. As you spend more time on the platform being consistent, you are rewarded. TikTok is like that. The only difference is that TikTok reward consistent upload rather than your subscribers and your view count. On YouTube, it rewards consistent upload, rewards your subscriber count, rewards your view ceiling. On TikTok, rewards your consistency alone. So sometimes you can have 10K followers on TikTok, make a video and get 200 views or 2,000 views or low views in general. Because what they reward is actually consistency, not really. So if you are very consistent on TikTok, you get it right. If you are very consistent on YouTube, you also get it right. But also, in addition to that, your view ceiling stabilizes, your subscribers help you boost your views easily. So trust is more easier here than here. So most times when you get here, you transfer it there. Ads is much more, YouTube is the highest paying platform when it comes to ads. Forget about it. Easy to create content. It's more easier on TikTok than on YouTube because you are creating long form content. So these are the two platforms you would focus on. So what do you do for these two platforms? So like I said, to pay the price, you already understand that. So let me share with you what you do for YouTube and what you do for TikTok. The mistake a lot of people make is that on TikTok, they'll create a YouTube video, they'll cut it and upload it on TikTok. That's not how it works in 2026. You can't do that. It was possible in 2020, 2021, but you can't do that in 2026. What you do is simple. You want to research your niche on both platforms separately. In fact, what is going to go viral on TikTok is not going to work on YouTube, and what is going to work on YouTube is not going to work on TikTok. There are two separate platforms. In 2036, you need to be treating each platform separately. It's the reason why I talk about IG and I said you can repurpose, but you're not really focusing on IG because the content that does well on IG is different from the one that does well on TikTok. So you go ahead, research at least 10 competitors, 10 people in your niche, Look at their last 3 months videos that went viral and remake. Now, when you are remaking, let it be your own style. I think with this format, if you do that for 3 months, I can guarantee you'll get up to 1 to 10k followers, depending on how strategic you are. If you can get very good competitors. Now, in these 10 competitors, what you want to focus on, you may have like 3 big creators, 3 medium, 4 small. Now, focus on the small more, because if you are on an account that is like 5k followers and you see a video that do 200k, I'm literally going to stop everything I'm doing that moment and make video on that topic instantly, because that is a video that will definitely do well on my TikTok page. As everything you see right here, just transfer it to YouTube. So go on to YouTube, find 10 competitors, their last 3 months, and then try to do the video that is suitable for the exact. So the difference here is that we just remake the video. It doesn't really matter if it's closely related to our niche or closely related to our offer. But for YouTube, we want to create videos that are very much into our offer. So in these 3 months, we don't just remake the videos that are outlier videos. They call them outliers. That videos that did exceptionally well, regardless of the growth of the channel, regardless of the followers of the channel. I'm giving you examples like you see an account of 5k. It's very rare to see 200k views. So if you see that video can be an outlier for that particular page. Meanwhile, if the page is like a 200k follower page and it does 200k views, it's not really an outlier video. I hope you understand that. So quickly, that's exactly what you do for YouTube. So you continuously monitor your competitors as you grow on this platform. Now, once you start getting to 10k, you can decide to try some of your ideas. So sometimes you may be the originator of that idea. Just try it out and see how it works. Same thing on YouTube. After trying to research your competitor over time, you can also generate your own ideas and make the videos and see exactly how it performs. If it does well, you continue on that. Now, one bonus tip on YouTube is that when you create a video and that particular video does well than the rest of your video, make a version 2. And if possible, version 3. If possible, a repetition of version 1. Again, in different style, in different intro, different editing style, different concept. This is something a lot of people neglect on YouTube. They'll be like, oh, I've created all the topic I want to create. There's no other topic for me to create. Who told you? Most of the content you are going to be doing when it comes to content creation are going to be repetition. It's just how this business works. Because you need to understand that your one video on that particular topic, it's not going to reach everyone that is interested in that topic. And most of the people that even watch your videos wouldn't even notice, wouldn't even care, because there is a law in content creation that before someone can actually take an action, they have to see your content for like 11 hours. So sometimes I may actually watch a video and I watch another video from another creator on the same topic, similar advice, but I still watch the whole video. So repetition is a must with content creation. You just want to space out your repetition. Like, you cannot be repeating the same idea every single day, but you can repeat maybe this month, in the next 3 weeks or 1 month, you make a video about it. So guys, basically this is how you can actually start content creation, and this is the fastest way to actually make content in 2026. And if you follow this route, I can guarantee that you would actually make it well with content creation. The ultimate paying the price is actually giving yourself 365 days. I'll see you guys in the next video.